If you're deep into your legal studies right now, or maybe you're just gearing up to start, you've probably asked yourself, does studying law have to be this incredibly lonely journey? I mean, we've all pictured it, right? Sitting at a tiny desk in a dead, quiet library, totally surrounded by a mountain of heavy casebooks, trying to untangle some insanely complex legal theory all by yourself. It is so easy to feel completely isolated. But, and you really need to remember this, every single successful lawyer out there started exactly where you are right now. They were students. It's this universal stepping stone. So your struggle right now, it's totally valid. This foundational phase is notoriously tough. But here's the secret. You actually don't have to do it in a vacuum. Tackling this degree is just infinitely easier when you've got the right people in your corner. All right, here's exactly what we are going to cover today. 1. The lonely legal journey. 2. A global student network. 3. Finding your study partner. 4. Mentorship and shared knowledge. 5. Succeeding in law together. And finally, 6. Joining the community. Okay, part 1. The lonely legal journey, navigating the stacks. Let's quickly define this isolated journey. It basically means you are attempting to master this incredibly dense, complex LLB curriculum entirely without peer support or collaborative discussion. It's literally just you and your open laptop against the world. Honestly, it just sets you up for unnecessary hardship. And, seeing it laid out like that perfectly highlights why law students today desperately need a better alternative. Which brings us right to part 2, a global student network connecting worldwide. Think about traditional study for a minute. It's usually defined by solitary note-taking, completely limited by the physical walls of your local library or coffee shop. But what if we flip that? Imagine shifting to a truly global network. We're talking real-time, cross-country collaboration happening straight from your smartphone. It is a total paradigm shift. You go from local isolation to this expansive, hyper-connected reality where geography just isn't an excuse to study alone anymore. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but who actually benefits from tapping into a network like this? The short answer is pretty much everyone. It makes a massive difference no matter where you are in the process. Whether you're a first-year student just dipping your toes into the LLB, or someone in the trenches prepping for those grueling final exams, or honestly, just anyone looking to find fellow University of London students, this global connection is just universally helpful. Moving on to part 3, finding your study partner, collaboration in action. When we talk about active collaboration here, we're talking about tackling the heavy hitters together: constitutional law, contract law, criminal law, and, of course, the shared, and let's face it, pretty daunting, task of navigating those massive casebooks. You do not have to sit there deciphering centuries-old case law by yourself when you have an entire community actively working through the exact same material. I absolutely love this next point. The foundational pillar of this entire network is built on just one incredibly simple idea: students helping students. That's it. It completely strips away that toxic, cutthroat competitive edge you sometimes hear about in traditional law schools and replaces it with this pure collaborative support system. That flows perfectly into part 4, mentorship and shared knowledge beyond the textbook. Just think about the sheer amount of tangible value flowing through this community every single day. Students are constantly swapping vital study tips, keeping each other on track with exam schedules, dropping incredibly helpful legal resources, and, maybe most importantly, sending encouraging messages when things get stressful. It's this continuous, highly focused stream of both academic and moral support. And here is where it gets really brilliant. It's this powerful blend of horizontal and vertical support. On one hand, you have your peers, your revision partners, shared notes, mutual motivation, but right alongside that, you get real mentorship. You're getting actual guidance from recent graduates, insights from young lawyers, and solid advice from senior students. It perfectly bridges that awkward gap between the theoretical academic bubble and the actual realities of working in a modern legal office. It all boils down to this one core philosophy: grow together, succeed together. By sharing what you know, the whole group elevates. It's that old saying, right? A rising tide lifts all boats, or in this case, all aspiring legal professionals. Your success doesn't have to come at the expense of someone else. In fact, here, your success is actually fueled by helping the people around you succeed. All right, part 5, succeeding in law together, learning smarter. Let's zoom out and look at how this builds across your whole timeline as a student. You start the LLB, you push through the grind of final exams, you finally get to celebrate at your graduation ceremony, and ultimately, you step into your role as a lawyer. Going through that entire progression with a supportive network makes the frankly terrifying journey from cracking open your very first textbook to actually wearing that graduation gown feel incredibly tangible. It feels doable. So, what are the actual keys to this collective success? Well, first off, it's about learning smarter, not just burning the midnight oil until you drop. It's having the ability to ask highly targeted questions to a group of people who actually know the answers. It's exchanging diverse perspectives to deepen your own understanding of the law. And crucially, this is huge. It's about building lasting professional connections. You are essentially networking with your future colleagues long before you even graduate. Okay, part 6. Joining the community, your next steps. Getting involved is ridiculously simple. All you have to do is reach out via WhatsApp, join the free community, and immediately start finding study partners to build out your network. Just like that, in a matter of minutes, you can fundamentally upgrade your entire academic strategy. As you wrap your head around all this, I want you to keep this mantra in mind. Study together, support each other, build your future.